From the Detroit Free Press, it's Monday, June 15th. Here are today's top stories. Brought to you by JB's Smokehouse, located inside Bush's Fresh Food Market of Canton. JB's offers a range of authentic barbecue favorites, and with more than 30 Michigan craft beers on tap, trivia, and live music every Friday night, JB's is sure to become your new favorite barbecue spot.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kerry Jr. In response to the death of George Floyd, who died after a police officer knelt on his neck, protests in Detroit continued over the weekend. Hundreds gathered to rally against police brutality and ICE. The activist group Detroit Will Breathe combined their coalition with the Militia of Love. The crowds ranged from a couple hundred to hundreds on various days. Detroit Will Breathe organizer Nakia Renee Wallace expresses her confidence in the movement during protest speeches on Saturday.
Any time that we've seen true justice or progress towards equality, the question of public education, the questions of housing, the question of segregation, it has been because we took the streets. It's been because we held the streets.
There were no reported arrests during the weekend protests. The total number of coronavirus cases in Michigan is nearly 60,000 with over 5,700 deaths. 189 new cases and 3 deaths were reported Sunday. Camps are back in business after Governor Gretchen Whitmer's latest executive order. On Friday, Whitmer lifted the ban on overnight residential travel and troop camps. The order goes into effect today. Additionally, some K-12 sports and extracurricular activities can resume. However, the order does not specify what activities are permitted. Camps are required to follow guidelines published by the Department of License and Regulatory Affairs. The rules, which will be developed by public health experts and the camp industry, will be released in the coming days. University officials are attempting to remove financial pressure from families amid the pandemic. Central, Oakland, Western, and Saginaw Valley State have announced a tuition freeze for next year. The decision was made to accommodate struggling families after the COVID-19 pandemic put millions out of work. The goal is for schools to retain enrollment, which could help with budget issues resulting from the pandemic. However, some administrators are looking at the plan's risks. Limiting revenues as fixed costs continue to grow could leave a budget gap that results in program cuts. Fixed costs include debt payments, insurance premiums, and negotiated salary increases. More institutions are expected to freeze their tuitions. Eastern and the University of Michigan's boards are meeting within the next couple of weeks. Eastern, along with 4 other institutions, are expected to release their tuition plans later this month. That's the latest. For more information about COVID-19 in Michigan, visit www.freep.com.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Meredith Spellring. Have you always wanted the chance to get a photo of you in your car outside of the Ford estate? This year, you could get that chance. While many signature summer events have been canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic, the EyesOn Design car show has adapted. The annual event will instead be a pop-up event on Father's Day, June 21st, where car owners can drive their vehicle up to the Ford estate, where the car will be evaluated by a panel of judges. The panel will select the top 16 cars, and then social media will select the top 8. The winner of the 2020 pop-up event will get an invite to the 2021 EyesOn Design show. To keep in line with coronavirus safety precautions, drivers will remain in their car, and all event staff and volunteers will be wearing face masks. Registration is free. All you need to do is go online and RSVP. The event will run from 2 to 4 p.m. June 21st along Lakeshore Drive. For more information on the Father's Day event, head to freep.com.
This is Marlo Alter with the Detroit Free Press Sports Department. It's perhaps one of the most underrated championship clinching moments in sports. Vinnie Johnson taking 2 dribbles to his left, suddenly elevating high into the air and releasing a perfect moonball over the long arms of Jerome Kersey. Swish with 0.7 seconds remaining. Sunday night was the 30th anniversary of the Detroit Pistons' second NBA championship, when the Microwave scored 15 points in the fourth quarter, leading a furious rally that saw the Pistons score the final 9 points for a 92-90 win in Game 5 of the 1990 NBA Finals in Portland. "It's the biggest shot of my life," Johnson exclaimed, dousing himself with champagne. Pistons captain Isaiah Thomas called it vintage Vinnie. "Vinnie makes so many shots like that," Joe Dumars said. "If anybody else had taken a shot so off balance, I might have worried, but not with Vinnie." And yet the shot feels overlooked among championship-winning sports moments. It shouldn't be, as Detroit became the 3rd franchise to win back-to-back NBA titles. "This is sweeter than last time," Thomas said. "People doubted us, but we came through." Thomas was incredible all series and scored a game-high 29 points in the clincher. His performance earned him Finals MVP, averaging 27.6 points with 7 assists per game. The series was tighter than some may remember, with the Pistons rallying in the fourth quarter to win Game 1 at the Palace, then losing Game 2 in overtime. In Portland for Game 3, Dumars scored 33 points in a 15-point win, then was told his dad had died earlier that day. In Game 4, Thomas went wild with a 22-point third quarter, and the Pistons held on when Danny Young's tying three was ruled to have come just after the buzzer sounded. That set up Game 5, where the Pistons became the first team to sweep all 3 road games in the 2-3-2 finals format.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.